Hey guys, Elizabeth Quinn here again with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. Welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to check out my website, which is waftingwonderfulwax.scentsy.us, where I am Liz Quinn, your Star Scentsy consultant. So today what I have for you is my weekly What I've Been Warming, and I have all sorts of goodies here. A mix of some of the new 10 release bars and all of the harvest bars, if you didn't watch my dedicated review on those. And then lots of other odds and ends. So let's just jump right in. First off, I will start with some things where I had kind of some odds and ends, and there's one bar that is in the Let's Dance collection that is currently available that just launched about a week ago. I did order one set of those bars and I am anticipating them in the mail, but the one that I already had in my collection is Mojito Mambo, and as an individual bar, if you guys want a really good late summer scent, please order some of this. If you already like Mint Fields, take it to a lighter, brighter, happier place because it has all of this wonderful almost bubbly club soda. It's got the lifting of the mint. It's got the lime. It's so good, you guys. Mojito Mambo. It is soothing and it is just the best. Summer to fall transitional. I cannot say enough good about this bar. I'm probably going to club that, and if I don't do that, I will order a few of them. So good. And on the same day, because I was really trying to go through those weird half clamshells where I melted something, maybe it was an LTO, and I just didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. And it sort of went into my stash where the clamshells go to die. Goal Line from the NFL collection a couple years ago, that was one of those bars. So this is a really nice bar when it comes to men's body wash, cologne, whatever. It's got some grass, it's got some balsam for sure, it's fresh and clean, and honestly, to compare this to right now, I cannot find my clamshell to save the life of me, but I did melt a bar of Huddle Up in the basement, so I had the pods. I'm just gonna show the pods, but to compare Huddle Up to the Goal Line, I would actually prefer another bar of Goal Line because I liked the balsam in here and it was a little bit lighter. Huddle Up is very men's body wash. It's heavy and it lasts a really, really long time, but I liked that little whisper of balsam in this better. So those two were similar enough I thought I'd talk about them at the same time. Another bar that I melted that was sort of in the same vein is Woodland Meadow. Now this isn't as much cologne as it just has woody. Late summer, probably has a little bit of sage, it's got a lot of wildflower, and then it's got this wood note. I liked this bar a lot when it was in the catalog, but I think many people did not, or they just overlooked it, so it disappeared. This one's very pleasant, and it's just a really good, not too cologne-y, but slightly masculine woodland smell. Really, really nice. So this is Woodland Meadow. Then I was really just feeling all of the masculine and woody. So I went through some of my beloved White Amber Antique, which is safely locked in my club. Now, this is the 19th of August, right? So we have a little bit over a week and a half left before the transition to fall. And I just want to remind you guys, if you are watching and you want to club some things, I may do a what I already clubbed or what I think would be good to club video right toward the end of the month. I don't ever do your standard club edit because I don't know how to screen share to be able to show you my edits, and I also don't do them all at once. I nickel and dime a bar out here and there and then swap in other things a little bit at a time, pretty much every week or two. I just sort of edit my club as I go. So White Amber Antique I threw in at the beginning of August because I knew I did not want to forget this. It is one of my husband's favorite bars and it's just so good. And I am afraid it may not come back next spring, summer. I don't have anything to base that on except my gut, but I ordered some scent circles and this bar has to stay. So it's got beautiful amber, warm teak, it's woody, and it is masculine, but it's not cold. I love it. Very, very good. And I would say, please club that or order some and try it out if you've never had it. So something that's somewhat similar that has come and gone in some bring back my bars is Shaka. Now this is good. I had a couple, kept it in my club for a minute. It's a wonderful bar. It's sort of halfway between Mystery Man and White Amber Antique. So it's a little warmer than Mystery Man, which to me with its verbena and what else is in that thing? I think something like birch, some bergamot. It's a cold, classy, masculine smell. But this one, I don't even remember what the notes are. It's just a little bit softer. I would love to get a couple more bars of it. It's very good. So there's that. Then we had some really hot, sticky days a couple weeks ago. I don't even know how old everything in this melting basket is, because then when I got all the new release stuff, I started melting that, and it kind of slowed me down, along with going away on a little vacation, on really dialing into what I was melting and getting it up on a video. So pear blossom and cucumber was sometime when it was crazy hot. This is a beautiful smell that was bringing back my bar not all that long ago, and it was just so pretty. It was pretty and crisp and light in a cucumbery way with that little bit of floral from the pear. It was so good. And then one of my friends had sent me most of a bar of sweet cucumber, and this is just gentle, sweet cucumbery goodness. And I thoroughly enjoyed it, and that one is one that I would be very happy to get again if we had it available down the road. Another thing that I was melting was actually when we went away for our weekend in Petoskey. Greg's aunt does buy Scentsy from me, and she had left a warmer in the guest house, and I did a bunch of Summer Holiday up there. She had a cinnamon, I think it was cinnamon and clove going, but it was hot, and so I took that out and put some Summer Holiday that I brought in, because it just made it feel light and bright and crisp in the space, and it was really good. So you guys know how I feel about Summer Holiday. It's a perfect vacation scent. It's got tiger lily and oranges and tiger lily, oranges, vanilla, and amber, and it's just a home run for me. I do not know where I used this up, but there were 2 cubes of Simply Cinnamon. Actually, I think I do. I think I mixed the Simply Cinnamon with Maple Vanilla Glaze one day when it was kind of rainy and drizzly, and it was so nice. Maple Vanilla Glaze is this incredibly heavy, syrupy, sweet maple frosting, very Saturday morning scent, and I have some funny stories about it, which you guys, if you've watched my channel for a couple years, you've heard them. But I tried this one out in a hotel at one point in the fall at a marriage retreat, and it smelled like the entire floor, I'm not kidding, was warming Scentsy, and it almost smelled like everybody had ordered in French toast or had maple cream coffee in their rooms. It was wild how very powerful this was. So on the morning that I was doing it, I wanted to add some spice. So I added some Simply Cinnamon to the Maple Vanilla Glaze, and it was really good together. Another thing that I was doing when I was having a bakery itch is half of a clam of frosted ginger cookie that same friend sent me that gave me the sweet cucumber. Man, is this a good smell. It is so strong. It's almost like candied ginger and a little bit of nice sugar cookie dough. It's so good. So then another random clam where no, I don't remember where I was melting it is Evening Sky. Here's another one I'm going to pitch to you guys. This is a beautiful scent for a bedroom. It's subtle. This one has vanilla. I think this one does have jasmine, maybe some bergamot. It's sweet and gentle, but it's exactly what you want in a bedroom, and it's relaxing. So incredibly pretty. Then I only have half a clam left of one of my favorite orchard type scents. This is an older smell. It's called Grandma's Orchard, and it has some wood, I think either some pear or some quince, and some apples. And this is one I really would like to see land in the clearance section, and I grab 5 bars, or we have it in a Bring Back My Bar, or maybe in some sort of an LTO where they bring you a couple of retired bars. It's fantastic, you guys. This is a 10 out of 10. I love it and I miss it. So another thing that I was doing when I was itching for some fall was a whole clam of apple butter frosting. Oh, when I haven't melted this for a while, it's like having a visit with a dear old friend. This is one of my favorite bars. It stays in my club. The creamiest frosting and apple butter and gentle spices. It is so homey and so happy, you guys. I love that one. Then I did some of Honeycrisp Harvest, probably on the same day as Grandma's Orchard, but this one is really gentle on body care. So it is a sweet apple with a sweet body care undertone, and it's not orchardy and woody like the Grandma's Orchard. It's just really chill for an apple scent, and it was very pleasant, but doesn't throw super well in my house. Another day, I was doing a little bit more of the woodsy and warm. Oops, pumpkin cashmere. Oh, I didn't know how good this bar was when it was a scent of the month. It needed time to cure. This is one of those smells where there's an acorny note that was underneath the cashmere and the pumpkins, and it needed time. I know I have a whole stack because thankfully it's come back where it's been in clearance enough. I just keep grabbing a few every time it pops up. This is so much better than when they first released it, and it's such a cozy, cuddly scent, and I love melting that. Then I did a clam of my favorite, Amber Hollow. I love this bar. It is peppery, it is ambery. Oh, it's special. It just, I don't know, it puts me in the mood for early September. And of course, being that it was a September scent years ago, I think it was released with, I don't remember the name of it, but it was a tin rustic jack-o'-lantern warmer that people went crazy for, I'm pretty sure. And they hated the smell. I love the smell. I absolutely love that scent. When I run out of bars, I'm gonna cry. So, because yeah, I didn't keep it in my club, you know, it was too long ago. Then I was testing out a bar of Vanilla Barnwood. This is still in my club, and this is the most odd smell. It sort of smells like Fruit Loops. It sort of smells like creamy woody perfume, but I like it, so I just keep it in there. But it's one of those where I'm always arguing, should I take it out? Because I like it an awful lot, but it's not a love like apple butter frosting, but it's weird, so I'm sort of attached. That's how I feel about that one. So now let's move into all of the things that are brand new that I was testing out. I will do a 10 new release comprehensive video on its own when I get them all done, but I have the Wild Horses collection that I just finished warming through. I'm gonna get that review up. I did the one on the Harvest bars, which are here, and I think the last one I will review and release all of will be a little closer to September 1st so that you guys can easily reference the video, and that'll be the 10 new releases, all of them together. So a couple of things from the Harvest collection. Moonlight Whisper, gorgeous, just not real good on throw. If you're familiar with Evening Sky, this is a poorer performer than that at the moment, but it's so pretty with the bourbon and the vanilla and the oak. So I want this to cure. I'm hoping that it will do better in the future because I would like a few of that bar if it does well enough. Cider and Crimson Berries, spot on for Thanksgiving. Pomegranate, Strawberry, and Spices. But it just gives you that classic red berries at Thanksgiving with some spice, scentsy scent, and it's nice. Then there are a couple here that I have not personally smelled very much because my children did them. And actually the Velvet Woods bar, that's a light purple. I forgot there's another word in that. My daughter tested that out in her room and it smelled beautiful, but I didn't really process it. She did just 1 cube of frosted marshmallow, which I have yet to put out here for me to do a serious review on, but this was beautiful in her room. It had that little bit of, I think they called it sparkling or sweet cinnamon in the description. It was there. And the marshmallowiness was just kind of a vanilla buttercream. It was good and we could smell it, but she does have the smallest room in the house. So there's that, but that was good. And then those are not, oh, okay, there are 2 here. These are not new. I did a whole bar of pink leather. Oh my gosh, this was so good, you guys. This was an August scent of the month a couple years ago, and it was perfect. I left it in for a day and a half because I liked it so much. It's a strawberry and toasted vanilla and pink leather, whatever that is. It was so nice, just warm and smooth and cozy and relaxing. I think I have 1 more bar of this kicking around. It was great. I tested out a bar of Pixie to see if I could take it out of my club. No, I can't take it out of my club. It's so good with the pink pepper, and I think there's heliotrope in here, and it's a very complex, wonderful, perfumey, but comforting smell. So nice. Okay, back to new things. The very first bar that I put in my warmer after I did the cold sniffs was going to be Lavender Woods because I didn't like it. It was at the bottom of my grouping of all the 10 bars. This one, if you're familiar with Yankee, there's a lavender and oak or something along those lines that they put out a few years ago. This is very much like that. So when it warmed, it did soften some because in the clam, I find this a little bit sharp. It was nice. I think it will definitely strengthen as it sits. It was a decent medium, like it wasn't a poor performer. In some people's homes, this is going to be a home run because it will just fit your decor, it'll fit your mood, your atmosphere. This would be a very good library smell. This would be a very good study smell. I like it. I will enjoy my other bar. I might get 1 more. It's much better on warm than it was on cold. but it's just not the kind of scent that I like because it's not cozy as much. It's more relaxing and tailored and elegant, but it was good. So lavender was just better than I thought it was going to be. All right, the one that I put in today, because I don't have the horses, the wild horses and wildflowers bars out on the table, because I am going to do those as a separate review, and then I'll probably throw them in for next week's basket because this thing was just getting out of control. But on the same day that I was doing one of them, meaning this morning, I tested out Blankets of Love, which is one of the 10 new releases. This is lovely. It is sweet, it's soft, it's cozy, it's gentle. It is, to me, it's like a feminine version of Blue Sage and Tonka, which is more masculine. I have yet to pull the bar. I promise I will do that before I do all the comprehensive warm reviews. It's really nice, you guys. So this would be a good bedroom bar. This would be a good rainy day cozy bar if you don't want to go full on laundry, but you want something that's kind of clean but very approachable. This is really nice. Medium level. Then the rest of these are going to be, oh no, there's a couple left that these are new release bars. Buttered Pumpkin Dream. I did this on the same day as Spiced Pecan Cream from the Autumn Harvest stuff. Oh, this Buttered Pumpkin Dream, really good. Now, I think it'll be better when the weather's cold. You do get the heaviness of the cedar and the apple. Is there apple in here? Cedar? I don't have my list in front of me of all the notes. It's got pumpkin, it's got butter. I think it has a touch of apple, and it's got a lot of cedar. So it's got one of those slight funk notes that Scentsy Pumpkin can have right out of the gate, but it really mellows, and it was very approachable and warm. And you got the pumpkin and the cedar, but it still had that sweet butteriness, not too much. It was a very, very solid bar. It was very pleasant. I enjoyed it, but I think I'll like it even better in cold weather. Then I was so happy with Golden Sunflower Fields. Oh, I felt like when I got this thing in the warmer and I really got to think it through, because I left it in a couple spots, I left it for a couple days. Okay, so the first sunflower scent that we ever had with Scentsy, to my knowledge, was the Sunflower Fields one. Now it's going to escape me. Here comes the sunflowers. That was a summer smell. Golden sunflowers, musk, and strawberries. When I smelled that originally, I was surprised at how sweet and perfumey it was, but melting it for many seasons, I fell in love with the bar. So I accepted that perfume and sunflowers go together. Then we got Scarlet Sunflower, and since Here Comes the Sunflowers was already a perfumey sunflower bar that leaned floral and perfumey, I was fine with Scarlet Sunflower, and I miss Scarlet Sunflower because that took perfumey sunflowers into a cranberry and apple direction. So then when we finally get Golden Sunflower Fields, which is apples and hay and sunflowers, what my brain said Scentsy should have done as a sunflower scent finally shows up, but now I'm trained to think I need perfume with my sunflowers, so I had to reassess my thoughts on this bar. This is a fall scent, not something flirting with summer, where you have the sweetness of the hay, you have the perfuminess of the sunflower, but it really doesn't go floral as much as it is a wonderful, not really woodsy, but it's closer to a woodsy scent, and the apple is there. It's so good, you guys. You just have to not be looking for a dupe of the other two that we've already had. I really like this. I think that this is going to go very well with a lot of lighter early fall scents. I haven't grabbed my bar of hay rides, but I think it'll be good with that. I think it'll be very nice with Johnny Appleseed. I think it'll be good with several things. Oh, beautiful bar. So Golden Sunflower Fields, very high scent appeal for me. I was really happy with that. Pumpkin Honey Spice. This one surprised me, and it's a little weird. If you want a fuller review on those, I already did that, so you can go and watch the Harvest bars. But it's almost like Scentsy made a honey cornbread pumpkin spice. I really like it. It's different. It's very homey. Spiced Pecan Cream, be still my heart, and the voicemails are driving me nuts. Spiced Pecan Cream. Oh, you guys. I love this. It's smooth, it's nutty, it's relaxing. It lasted all day long. You have to try this. It's gourmand and gorgeous. Apple Harvest Dreams. I whined about this one. So much better when you get the thing into the warmer. Outstanding, but generic. So there's that. I think that that's what I was reacting to. Like, this isn't a bar that is so different. Like the pumpkin honey spice is kind of out of the box. This is the good bestseller standard fall scent. And as I said in some posts, you take apple spice season, walk it through the forest, and that's what you're getting. So it loses some of the sweetness, gains a little bit of woodiness. Really, really nice, or woodsiness, really, and it is a green apple for sure. And then Old Fashioned Evening. This one is also a new release of the 10. This is gorgeous. This might be the nicest cherry scent Scentsy's done since Apple Cherry Strudel. But this lasted. It's got sandalwood and velvet orchid, maybe, along with the cherry. It balances the cherry. It strengthens the cherry. It tempers it so that it's not sickeningly sweet. It's a wonderful smell, you guys, and this will be good anytime. It would go well with Christmas. It would go well with some fall scents. I did it actually on the same day as the Apple Harvest Dreams, and it was fine. If you like maraschino sugar cookie, take out all of the intensity, like the sickeningly sweetness, although I like that bar now, and all the sugar cookie, and put in some sophisticated notes that ground it. This is top notch. Great bar. So that's all the Scentsy I've been getting through. Now I have a few things that are vendor wax here, not a lot. So I tried Auntie M's Farmhouse Tea. This is happy. It's very fruity. It's definitely a little bit brisk Lipton tea-like, and then all the fruit. So the description here is brisk black tea, for real, lemons, sugarcane, hints of fresh peaches, and raspberries. So I can't say it feels authentic as much as it feels authentic to a powdered summer tea drink mix from the 90s. But it was really happy. It put a smile on my face. I'll happily melt it again. Would I get more on purpose? Probably not, but it was good and nice and strong. So then I got a few Teddy Bees here to consider. We had a pre-order a couple of months ago, and then we just had an RTS. Now, last fall, Stay Spooky was introduced to the Teddy Bees lineup. Sweet cream, pumpkin pie spices, warm pie crust, Palo Santo, and hints of smoky bonfire embers. It's beautiful, but I have 4 or 5 soufflés because I made an order and then a friend of mine made an order, and she decided that she wasn't into the Teddy Bees because her house is huge and the throw was poor, which she didn't cure them or anything. We won't go there, but she was so sweet, and she gave me this whole pile of fabulous fall wax. So I have a lot of Stay Spooky. And I thought, unless this thing is an absolute beast performer, I don't need to buy any more as it's offered this next time in an RTS. This is an absolutely stunning scent, but I do not find it strong enough that I needed to buy more considering how much wax I've got. But if you ordered Stay Spooky, just make sure you put it in a medium zone or smaller. It's lovely. I just think that I have enough for myself because you get that pie crust, you get the pumpkin pie filling, and then you get this really gentle smokiness. It's so good. Very, very comforting, just not real strong. So another one that my dear sweet friend Summerlin gave to me when we did a wax swap a few months ago was Hot Pie and Apple. Now, I've heard from people, gosh, this is just the day of voicemails. I've heard from people that Hot Pie all by itself is better than the Hot Pie and Apple. And since my friend was willing to swap, I really wanted to try this tub. I will say Hot Pie by itself is nicer than this one. This is Palo Santo, sugar donuts, hint of chai, and a dash of pink chiffon, which that is just, there's something about that. But then you add the juicy apple oil. Now, if this was a roasted or baked apple oil, I think this would have just hit it out of the park. But the juicy apple is almost more like that floral apple. In Scentsy terms, it would be a lot like a peeling apple. So it's like a peeling apple mixed with this body care bakery mystery that is Hot Pie. And I think the pink chiffon fights the apple floral in here a little. I'm going to warm the rest of the tub, and I like it, but I don't love it the way that I like regular old Hot Pie. So this is one where I would pass that up if it was offered again and just wait for the original. Now, one that is so good is I Heart Vanilla Pear, which I think I was warming at the same time as a couple of those cucumber and pear scentsy smells. This is so good. I Heart Vanilla with just beautiful juicy pear. So all the things that go into I Heart Vanilla, the creamy vanilla marshmallow, the milkshake, the marshmallow and magnolias blended with sweet pear and sugar nectar. So good. This is so good. I got this in an RTS. When was this poured? In 2024, early 2024. And it was like nobody wanted this poor sad little loaf and it was calling my name. I love this one. It is just gentle, sweet, and elegant. Okay, here is proof that sometimes the whole make sure that you cure your Teddy Bees for at least a solid 12 months before you use it. This one worked out that way. Now, I had tried a little bit of it early because I was curious. Michael. This had a cult following when I first started getting into Teddy Bees. Vanilla Birch, Mahogany, Vanilla, and Smooth Marshmallow Cream. And this one was poured 6/24 of 2024. So this has sat its requisite over a year. At first, I got a very strong Mahogany Men's Body Wash and no marshmallow. So I liked it, but I didn't see the hype. So over time, the Birch, the Mahogany, and the Vanilla balanced with the Smooth Marshmallow. Yeah, Marshmallow Cream. I put this in my basement the other day. It was so good. Now I understand all of the things that the ladies have been saying about this smell. And I am so glad I got a loaf because I was questioning, like, why did I get a loaf of this if I'm not going to be able to melt it? It needed time to mellow out and balance, and it's phenomenal. So it's a warm, masculine, sensual smell. So good. Another one where I was just having the time of my life melting pretty much this whole tin. This is Vintage Flannel. This is a forget-me-not. Leaves, sandalwood, cedarwood, dark chocolate, suede, velvet woods, jasmine, and musk. And this was 10/25 of 24. Now, this isn't quite a year old, but it was cured. This was so good. If you guys like Quiver by Scentsy, this is a slightly different but very similar smell. I just loaded up every warmer, put this thing in my whole house on a dark and stormy day, kind of like what today is, and it was the best scent. It just made me so relaxed and happy and cozy, and it was great for this August where I went fall, but I'm not going to melt pumpkins mostly. Perfect smell. It was so good. All right, what else do we have left? So I'm trying to use up this tub of Warlord. I love this smell. This is a pour performer. This and the next one, they're just pour performers. Tonka bean, oak, vanilla oak, spice praline, notes of cocoa, incense, milky tuberose, and tobacco vanilla. Beautiful smell. But this was poured in 3 of 24. I can't get much out of it. Even in a small bedroom, it's questionable. I get the best performance in the basement out of this, so that's probably where I'll melt the rest. I wish this was stronger because it is the most beautiful, kind of androgynous, masculine but feminine perfume, but cologne. Gorgeous smell, but it did nothing. Midnight Train to Memphis. This is new as of this year, so I should just put the rest of this away. Black Currant, English Lavender, Lily of the Valley, Night Blooming, Moonflowers, Smoky Marshmallow, Vanilla Cashmere, and Palo Santo. And this was poured 4 of 25, so it's still a newbie. But I like the smell in my bedroom, and it's faint, but really relaxing. But I'm hoping, unlike Warlord, that this will strengthen, and I'll bring it out next spring, because it's good. It's mysterious. That Lily of the Valley gives it this little bit of interesting green floral. It doesn't really hit you like saturated Lily of the Valley with all the other stuff that's in there, but it's a good scent. Just doesn't throw very far from the warmer. Now, one that I have truly fallen head over heels for is Marshmallow Woods. And I know this is sort of a trendy scent. And some people have said, yeah, it's nice. As I melted through this tub, I felt harder and harder for this smell. And I did my last melt a couple of weeks or a couple of days ago. And this one was only poured at the beginning of this year, but it's a good performer in my house. Cold milk, marshmallow, mahogany, and tonka bean. I know it's a perfume dupe. It's fantastic. And I know that in this last pre-order cycle, there is a mix of this with some lighter notes for summer. I'm going to be exploring that tub when I can finally get to my box here. And that I'm hoping in the next pre-order She did an RTS testing of the waters with a fig and marshmallow woods scent. I sure hope that that comes back. I was not able to get it at Jump My Cart, but oh, that sounds phenomenal. Marshmallow woods, I will be getting more of that, and I will be testing the mixes. I hope that she'll offer it straight again sometime soon. And last but not least, Khaleesi. This is a boomer. This is a fantastic smell for a bedroom or when you want something that's cozy and a little bit sensual. Oh, guys. Palo Santo, tonka bean, oud wood, warm vanilla sugar, and fireside. It's just perfect. And it can be a little bit actually overwhelming if it's in too small of a space. So be careful with your Khaleesi, but I really like it. It's warm and smoldery and just spot on. So that's everything I've been getting through recently, and it's been a lot. It's been good. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed my What I've Been Warming. I'm going to get the Wild Horses collection review up pretty soon, and I got my SFR box, so I'll be going through that too. We'll see how much strength I have to do all my videos today, but I will try to get as much done as possible. Thank you for spending some time with me with my What I've Been Warming. Have a great afternoon, guys. God bless. Bye-bye.